It's just one of those things. And it affects us differently because you said it earlier, but I think it affects us differently because women don't really care about a man's body count. They don't care as much because it doesn't affect them as much. Men care about a woman's body count because for paternity reasons. So historically speaking, for all of evolution, when we were becoming human beings, we didn't have DNA tests or paternity tests. So if a woman was sleeping around, you didn't know if you was giving your resources to your child or somebody else's child. So if you were a woman that was sleeping around, you would be an outcast. You would be pretty much left to prostitution if you had a child with the man and you didn't know who was the father because you were sleeping around. So just biologically speaking, men care about how many people you slept with for paternity reasons.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap Up Crew. No book of, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed. It's about to be a special show with a special guest that you might know and some baddies that's looking so good. I mean, Ace to go to for it, right?
Yeah, last but not least, we got Jew.
What it do? It's your boy Jew. I'm here on my crew. We got new merch, dailyrapupcrew.co. Go pick it up for you and your boo.
Okay. Right. Yo, Jew never disappoint, man. Like, I mean, like, anyway, man, we got some. I know.
I'm gonna lie, cause Trey here, bro. Come on.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's the nigga that fumbled the bag. He fumbled the bag.
Don't do that.
Let's go. Continue.
Listen, man. Anyway, we got some special. I know I say this every show, but we really got some special guests today in the building.
You feel me?
Yo, Connie, we got ConnieDiiamond in the building. Let them know where they can follow your music
What's
and all that.
What's going on, everybody? ConnieDiiamond, 2 eyes on a diamond on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that. Just make sure I put 2 eyes on a diamond.
What about the music? Where they can find your music at?
Oh, I'm music everywhere. All DSPs, Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud, Apple, anything you think of is there. It's all there.
Next up.
I'm Kat. My IG is Cuban Kitty.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Cuban.kitty. That's
Simple. It's simple.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
My name is Unique. My Instagram is Prima Donna Mama.
And listen, man, this next guest, man, I've been watching this dude since he was asking y'all for the HBO special. You know what I'm saying? Like, now this dude he almost at 1 million subscribers, man. That's crazy, man. We got Poor Man Podcast in the building.
In the building.
What's up, y'all? Go and give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
Y'all need
you.
help. Matter of fact, we about to take that shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to help us out. Yeah, like,
We need that HBO special.
Yo, man, let's get into this first topic. It says, what's your definition of a ride or die? And is that phrase kind of dead in 2022? Connie, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, my God. What you have to start with me for?
I don't know, man. I just felt like you was looking at me, so I was like, yo.
So you
Look
gonna
like
pick
she
me?
has
You make eye contact. Yeah, that's what it is.
Right?
You looking at somebody so they won't
I don't
pick you?
know. I guess ride or die is somebody that's like, it can be many things. Relationship, friendship wise, but generalized, I would say somebody that's gonna, carry the shovel with you when it's time to do the work, do the dirty work. That's gonna keep their lips closed when it's, that type of.
So you riding for your boo? You riding for your bestie?
I ride for my friends, period. Like 100,
Not for-
100
you ain't riding
grand.
for no
My man,
nigga? You ain't
100
riding
grand.
for
I'm
no
riding
nigga?
for my bitches.
That's crazy.
I ride for somebody that rides for me though. Like, I guess it all just depends.
You know what's the funny part about that?
What?
If a nigga were to say that, I ride for my niggas. First thing y'all
waiting
gonna
for that.
Oh, you already
You
know
was
what's
waiting for that. You was waiting for that.
But the first thing y'all gonna say, oh, he must be gay. That's the
That's a
first thing that's gonna come out
Yeah,
your
that's
mouth.
I would
Big
never say
hundo.
that.
Y'all hate when we spend time with our homeboys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he must be gay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's not
Why you
always
spending so much
true.
time with him?
That's
What y'all
not always
doing?
true. Some females want they men to go outside.
Yeah. Yes.
What
Oh, wait.
is this?
What outside we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Go outside. Go with your friends.
Right.
That sounds like some other shit. Telling her kid go outside, go play with
No.
your
Word, go play.
Go play. Go do what you're doing.
That's what you tell your man. No word. Okay.
Cap.
Need a girl like you.
Ain't no way.
So what's the ride or die to you?
And like I said, it all depends on what, like she said, it all depends on the situation, if it's a friendship or a relationship. But
You riding for your man?
no,
Have you ever been a rider?
I have.
Okay.
For him?
Rode and died and rode and died. And rode and died. So
Came back to life. Like, you know,
But you still here. You still here.
exactly, because I had to bring myself back to life. And yeah,
That's
so
the
I
quiet
haven't
thing,
found.
baby.
I'm not gonna say I won't ever do it, but there's nobody worth me riding and dying for right now.
You in a relationship right now?
I'm in a fun situation.
Oh my
Okay.
that's a new one. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we just made up a whole new word over here. Like, yo.
Fun shoot.
And entertainment.
So what about you? You what's your definition of ride or die?
Basically a person that's just always gonna be there, that you could count on them to, like Connie said, when it's time to get dirty, you there.
Do the dirty work.
Feel me?
Let's do it.
Yeah. The person that you could like always count on, you know, like I pick up my phone. Yeah. Feel me?
Okay.
I mean, y'all brought up friendship. I mean, a friend could do you dirty too that you riding for. You,
Yeah.
I mean, y'all ever seen when nigga get the Kentucky Fried Chicken as soon as he go to jail? That be the nigga snitching. You know what I'm saying? Like, that be the nigga. You ain't saying nothing, but you see the bucket of Kentucky. Like, why you getting that?
An interrogation.
But you
room,
riding
like,
and dying for that person. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, friends could get you too out here.
You're right.
Absolutely, but I just feel like friendships are a little bit less hurtful than relationships. So
No, it's not.
a little bit. I don't know. I just feel like
A best friend?
Yeah.
no,
what-
best
what-
friends hurt just as bad as those breakups hurt just as bad as regular
Oh, yeah.
breakups. But
So you ride for all your friends, like not just your best friends.
I don't have that many, so
Oh, okay.
Right.
the ones
So,
that I
like,
call my friends are usually they're my best friends.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think everybody
At this point in my life right now.
everybody's a ride or die until you getting interrogated by the cops and
Yeah.
they're telling you got 15 to 20 if you don't get, you know what I mean, you don't
That's
snitch on
why,
your man.
bro. That's
Then-
why I don't even believe that, bro. I don't even believe in that phrase, bro. I think that's game. I think dudes be saying that to get some girl to make her feel special, cause he ain't gonna marry her.
Swindle.
Hey, you a ride or die. Why ain't we married? Right? So you just, you my ride or die. She just gonna sit there and agree with it, and she gonna play along. But as soon as he get 10 years, she gone. Like I think that's game. Like saying somebody a ride or die, I think is game.
Nah, I mean,
And they got such a negative like connotation to it. Like we would think of ride or dies, we think of somebody putting somebody else in jeopardy of risking their livelihood,
Yeah.
freedom. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like when you think of ride or die, you think of some Bonnie and Clyde type of shit. Like I'm gonna do some criminal activity.
Well, I mean, what would be a good version of a ride or die? Like,
That's what I. That's what I
It has
like.
to
When
be a
I
bad
hear the,
situation.
like, when I hear the phrase, that's what I think.
it has to be a bad situation in order to.
But what about
To
a ride or
prove-
die? As in
right.
like if
Exactly.
Right.
let's say you're in a relationship and your finances, you lose your job. Like is your shorty gonna be a ride or die? That's
Okay,
you know what I mean?
alright,
Like, they ain't
alright.
really going. Nobody going to jail.
On to the next. They
Yeah,
jump
they
ship.
still leaving.
They jump
that's,
ship.
they're leaving, bro. It's over.
You
with.
can't take
straight up.
care.
What would you think about this, Jill?
I kind of agree with what you said. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it's really hard to even use that phrase nowadays because nobody really ride and die. I'm your people's, but I can't take no charge for you because you did something stupid. I got kids at home, so you know what I'm saying. But you gotta respect me as a man, or vice versa. If my shorty doing some stupid shit, I'm not dying for that. I mean, y'all might say I'm grimy, but I'm not jumping out no window for nobody. So ride or die.
So you're not a ride or die.
I feel that. Yeah,
But
it's over with.
men usually isn't in position to be a ride or die for a woman. Like I've never heard a man say I'm a ride or die for
Shorty's
a woman.
being like,
Yeah.
Nah, what you mean?
ride or
bro?
die
Wait,
for
what?
females and males. Too.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but I've
What
never
kind of
heard.
man?
ride or
So,
die,
so you
like-
gonna tell your man he your ride or die?
Say that again.
You gonna tell your man he your ride or die?
I've never
I
heard a woman
mean,
ever.
That never.
That's it's the same thing.
I ain't
though.
gonna lie.
In
Why
theory,
can't
yeah.
the females
I-
use it and for males? Like
Yeah,
it means the same thing.
I see what you saying,
When you
but like,
say it to the person, they're expecting they're gonna.
Yeah.
Like they're like, okay, you might ride or die too. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it's
No?
specific to a gender. Like, I listen
Me
to Hot
neither.
97.
I don't
I
think
think-
it
I
is
think
They play
shout out
ride or
to me
die
for
every
keeping
morning.
it real. I'm letting you know I ain't dying for you.
yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Ain't no tricks
But
in
yeah,
it.
they play ride or die every morning, and it be men or women riding or dying.
Yeah, but I'm saying historically, like when you think of that
But
phrase,
when
Yeah.
your shorty call you like, yo, this dude, he messing with me
Right,
and
that's
he
all.
might got a gun, need you to pull up. That's riding or dying. Like you don't know what danger she's in or you gonna be in, and you
Right,
pulling up.
exactly.
That's riding or die right there.
and
What situation could a woman be in where a guy got a gun and she
Guys are
called her
crazy.
boyfriend? Huh?
Guys are crazy. So you never like there's.
He got her at gunpoint. Cause she need to get up out that situation. Don't call your boyfriend in that situation. He's gonna either get killed or he's gonna go to jail.
People do things like that, and for example, like if it's okay to say, there was a story in Harlem where allegedly, I don't know if all the facts, but it was on the news. A girl was in a store and she had a confrontation with the owner, and she basically said the owner snatched the chips out her daughter's hand or something like that, because when whatever she used to pay didn't clear, and then her boyfriend came back and was like, "What's up?" and was yoked him up, and he actually like stabbed him, and he passed away.
Yeah, see, that's
so it's like,
that's like situational awareness though. That's almost like the Jada situation. There's a certain, like, as a woman that's in a relationship with a man, you have a responsibility too. Because a lot of guys, like, if we in a relationship, I have to protect you. So you have to be conscious of putting me in sabotaging situations. Like, that's part of what you got to do.
Right.
Like, even with that Jada situation, I thought that she should have stopped him from going on the stage because she's in that position. Like, she knew that man was going to sabotage his career if he went up there, so she should have stopped
But
him.
who's to say she knew that he was going to do that? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like yo, I'm about to slap this nigga. Like, and they went on like that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
He wasn't going up there to shake his hand.
It happened so fast.
I mean, y'all can believe that if y'all want. She gave that look.
I think
I'm
she
telling
is
you,
getting that
that's
shit.
like
I'm telling you, a woman knows. A woman knows, but y'all can't tell me a
I'm
woman
not
don't know.
jacking
But either way, it's like we had a whole award show. What are you possibly going up there for?
That's what I was saying. What
No.
It's like, what was the
And
point?
you know your woman.
When you give that look.
and your woman, like, oh, if a dude talking crazy, your woman will let you know if she feels uncomfortable, and you have to really make a move. That's why a lot of dudes out here take risks. Sometimes they get their ass beat, sometimes they beat a nigga ass. But that's the gamble you take, you know, to make your woman feel
they
secure.
die, like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's the process. But we know she
really-
gave him that look.
I don't feel like, I think she gave a look of annoyed, a disgust, like this nigga's talking about me.
Yeah, this is the 100th
Yeah, but
time.
I don't think it was, babe.
Like, if we had a
Get the
conversation,
blicky. I don't think it was that look.
if you've been kind of
annoying, like
if you've been kind of emasculating me though, and I know like from previous instances that you might
When
feel
we
a
go
certain
on
kind
that
of way.
car ride,
The
go-
second you start feeling irritated, I gotta jump up. You
Yeah.
have to.
Not to
That's why I
mention-
tell dudes they gotta be careful about the women they have, bro.
The love of her life is Tupac.
Yeah.
So I was like,
That-
yo, what would Tupac?
What would he do?
Answer this stuff, what would Tupac do?
I'm thinking of what would Tupac do?
What would you?
Yeah.
What would Tupac do?
That's why you gotta be, as a
killing
man,
me.
you gotta be careful of the woman you have in your life, man.
That's
You
a
don't want
fact,
no woman
man.
that's overly aggressive because she might put you in a sabotage situation.
Overly aggressive.
That might be
Yes,
a good. That might be
yes.
a good way of thinking life, man.
Something
Just
like
every time
what?
you get into a situation, yo, what would Tupac do? Like,
I don't know if that's a
like-
great. I don't know if that's a great way.
You on your own.
Word.
Yo, let me get into this next topic. It says, are men more likely to use power to get sex, or are women more likely to use sex to get power? I think hard over here.
I
Like,
can hear you.
she gonna put you on the spot like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Honestly, I kind of think it goes both ways, because if the opportunity is presented to a woman to give up her coochie for some power, I feel like more than likely she's going to do it, depending on how much power it is. And men literally get money and you know, build themselves up just so majority of the time, so they could, you know, get a female. So I think it goes both ways. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's
that's
one
that's a
or the
woman's
other.
favorite answer, by the way. When they indecisive, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
You know?
Or when they don't want to reveal the answer as a woman. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That,
But a man building himself
but I
up to get women is not the same as using power to force a woman to do something. Like,
What's power?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
do y'all consider power? Like,
you in a high
elaborate.
position in a company.
you
got a
getting
lot
what
of
you
money,
want. You
like,
controlling a relationship.
Okay,
as
but
well.
men, those kind of men, they feel because they're in a certain position that
They automatically they gonna get it. They feel like that.
So
How I look at this question, I think, right, we're talking about a small percentage of men ultimately that have power in society, right? Every woman got they got a pussy, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think more women are using sex to get power because not enough men in the world have that power to really utilize it to get sex. You get what I'm saying?
but
And
it's-
not to mention, it's illegal to use that power to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sitting here like, bro, you gonna sit here and say that that's
Like,
illegal.
word.
Like, even if you a boss and you sleep with like a woman that works underneath you, you automatically gonna be looked at as the aggressor.
Exactly.
Automatically.
Even if it's consensual.
Yeah.
Like that Ime Udoka situation. I mean, they all coming at him because he's in a position of power and she's just a regular person. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it was consensual.
Yeah.
It was consensual. That's a whole different topic. Yeah, but yo, Trey, what you feel about this?
I mean, I just don't think, like, let's just keep it a buck. And pause before I even start this.
Yeah.
If every man on the planet was gay, how would women get power?
What?
Power.
If every man on the planet was gay, how would
Not
women get power?
power.
Women use sex to get power. This is how you operate. Like, that's, I don't want to go down.
Yeah, superpower.
You get what I'm saying? Like, dudes do things for you for sex. Like, you think that your man is just there providing for you, going to work, waking up at 6 a.m. every single day to
not
be
have
your
sex?
friend? Like, yeah, that's a very powerful position. Yeah, it's women that don't even do work at all just because they got coochie. That's powerful.
Nah, you know what?
That's powerful.
And y'all always say
got a
pussy run.
point.
Y'all always say
That's
pussy
powerful.
run the world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or low key.
Got a point, I guess.
Okay, I have two things. I do feel like, some men use, I always say this on the show, that men use pussy as currency. Like, especially like growing up in my neighborhood, if you wasn't popping the hottest thing, you know what I mean? That was kind of how you moved around. And that's a younger, immature way of doing it. But you be like, yo, I smash, You was that nigga. And to the dudes and to the girls, because then the next girl want to know why she let you hit. So it was kind of like currency. But my question for like some ladies out there, and I don't know if y'all can help me out, if pussy got so much leverage and so much power, why can't it sustain a relationship? Why does it only just last with material things?
I think that's a question you should ask yourself as a man.
I can't answer that because women, if you give access to sex, I can't make that decision for you. Like if women are choosing saying like, well, give me a Birkin, I'm fucking, and then a nigga would do that. To him, it's nothing. But you get what I'm saying? But why can't women use their pussy to sustain a relationship if that's their power?
Because that's not everything in a relationship. That's just that's a fun time for that time. There's so much more than just sex when it comes to a relationship.
I agree 100%.
So
Why can't pussy sustain a relationship?
because everybody has
it get
coochie.
old,
All
yeah.
females have coochie. So he can leave you and go get coochie from somewhere else. It has so much more to do with
And the thing
pussy
is,
than-
with women that like women date men that have opportunities with other women. So usually when you even messing with a dude, you messing with him because he's that guy. He has the ability to be with another woman. Don't no woman want no man that don't got no ability to be with another woman.
Or how many times you hear a lady say, "Oh, I got the best box."
Yeah, that's every woman. Every
We
woman,
all think that. We all think you have the best coochie in the world.
Yeah.
but-
Why y'all think that though?
Because y'all be saying it when y'all inside. So y'all done convinced us enough
So
times.
alright. At this point, you should
It's
know that a
true.
nigga gonna say anything when y'all fucking.
And
Yeah.
we
Like we say anything sometimes, but you know
exactly.
Right. So, and we don't believe that shit. I don't believe I got the best dick in the world. Just
But-
because women say that shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? I know. I face the facts when I get out that pussy. Like, yeah, I was tearing that shit up, cool, but I know I ain't the best. You know what I mean? There's somebody better.
Because you already did what you need to do. The job is done.
Yeah, there's a
whether
level.
it's good or
Yeah,
not.
there's a level
Like
of.
when we hear certain sounds, like the macaroni sound, like you hear that shit going crazy. Like I just feel like those certain things are like confidence boosters. And then when you look at the man's face when they hear that sound, they're like going crazy about the sound only.
When the Undertaker.
But according
Yeah.
to women, if y'all not making that macaroni sound, it's because of him. So if I'm making the macaroni sound, it's because of me. I'm not thinking it's because of y'all.
Yeah, it's both of us because
Oh, it's both. now.
yeah, it's not just you.
Okay, all right.
I'm excited too, so I'm helping out with that.
Why are you
emotion.
excited?
Because you
Oh,
excited.
'cause
it's
you-
but no, not it. No, wait, hold on. Because you could go from one to try really, really fast. So
what's the
it's
reason
not-
you're not going dry? That's what I'm asking you.
he's trying to say.
I'm trying to put in the right words right now.
She's trying to figure out real around what I'm
Right.
saying. That's what she's trying to do. Like, God.
Not.
Because it's not always y'all. Sometimes we just really be in the mood, and sometimes anything feel good too. So it's,
You know what the crazy part with women, like a big staple for women when they say that they have a good box is their ability to get wet. That's why women always, my box is wet. Like that's what they use as the meter as them having good box. So why if they like Nicki Minaj talk about how good her pussy is and shit, always flooded. She ain't saying a nigga making her flood. She's saying she come like that. You know what I mean? Like so why is that the bar for women, but then when y'all don't get wet, now it's the man's problem, it's the man's fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought y'all shit was already now.
Or if it's naturally like that, and then here you coming out my shit dry. What's the like?
Who's the real issue?
Make it make sense.
As a follow-up.
All right, so let me ask you a question though. If it's naturally like that, then he pull up and it's dry. Why you letting him hit?
Well.
Uh-oh. That was a good
I was trying to see if you
ass
could get away. I was trying to
I can't.
And what happens if his shit ain't hard after dealing with you? What does that mean?
It just mean he can't get it up.
Means to compare 30.
He got ED.
He need to do better. He need to do better.
Playing on the pills.
Too much Perkio?
So again, that is another double standard that we just went way off left field. But that's another double standard. When a woman can't get wet, it's the man's problem.
Yeah.
But when a man can't get hard, it's a man's problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, what you were talking before you got here? Like,
It is though. What are you here for? Why would you come all the way over here if you didn't want to do nothing with me?
but
Why would you have yourself in a situation with me right here, right now?
the same reason
Why
you
you
had yourself
invite me
in that
over and
situation
you not
and you not wet. Like,
Why you here? You not hard.
Get there, like I'm confused. Supposed to be already wet before you get there.
Right?
No,
like
but-
no, you had that's.
No,
you have to
but
like play that up
As
too.
soon as
Like
I walk through the
foreplay
door,
comes
Y'all
into
say
as
play.
soon as
that
I
a
walk
man-
the door, I'm ready.
Would y'all say that a man has to work to earn the privilege of sleeping with a woman?
It depends on the woman and how she feels about him.
Yeah, but
'Cause the
like
girl knows
generally
her.
speaking, like you take
Work to
100.
privilege.
Yeah, like do you think that men have to provide
I've met a couple
or
like,
be
you
a
know
certain
what?
kind of guy?
You
or-
know, mood, you know. So
Here.
yeah, I guess sometimes.
Yeah, like you gotta be able to
For the
provide.
most part, no.
I'm saying like if
For
a
the
guy,
most part,
if a guy
yes.
has to work to get the box,
Yes,
right?
for the most part,
Then
yes.
then why does he still have to please you?
What?
If he has to work to get it, why does he have a responsibility to please you?
Regardless, you're gonna come.
If that's the reward.
Regardless, at the end of this situation, you're gonna be done and happy. So we need to be pleased as well within this whole situation, not just one. It's a party.
what-
So a man has to work to earn the privilege to please you. Like, bro, what?
that's like paying somebody to give you like to eat them out. It's like, why am I paying you to eat you out? Like, you know, that don't even make sense. Like, you know, I'm paying to give you pleasure. Like, you know what I'm saying? That, like, what?
Well,
like,
It's like
It
paying to have a.
happens.
That's like paying to have a job. Like,
here's
my paycheck. I'm happy to be here.
that's funny as hell. Yo, let me get to this next topic. We got this question from Crew Season, right? On their show, they said women give their best selves in prime years to toxic men, and then want a good man when they're damaged goods on the clearance rack. Is that true or
First
false?
of all, that's rude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
I know the video.
That's-
You said that in the video, right?
Yeah.
I think I was there. Yeah.
Oh, you was there for that?
That's the one where we was all there. Dallas.
We was all there.
Well, it was in Dallas. That was the one in Dallas.
Okay.
Okay.
How
How y'all feel about that one?
One, that's rude.
Damaged goods, like what?
We
Off
gonna
the
But do
get
you
past.
get it? Like you get what he's saying.
Yeah,
though.
we
Like,
gonna get
Nah,
past.
I don't.
We gonna
You
get
get
past
what
the
he
rude
said?
part. It was a little rude, but how do y'all feel about the message? Like,
I feel like, in order to know what you really truly want, you are going to have to be in a few relationships. So when you say, give your good years to toxic, maybe like, you know, like maybe you're going through levels. You're going, you know, like you gotta remember, like how old are we when we get into relationships, like real relationships, right? And you probably think that this is what you want, right? And it's not what you want. The person is toxic, not good, and then you go into the next, go into the next, go into the next, right? Right? And now you probably a little hurt, you're a little, you know, scorned, and you know what you want because you already been through the stages of what you don't want. So you can't really say give your good years to a toxic person, and then when you already burnt out and after running and trying to figure out what you really want, you're ready to settle with a good man. Like I want a good man from the gate. I just didn't know you was a fuck nigga. No.
That's not true.
I don't know about that one, man.
you don't think that women know that certain
Not
guys
all
are
the
gonna?
time. Not all the time.
No.
You don't meet somebody and be like, "Oh yeah, I know you're absolutely toxic."
So what's the
not
purpose of
the
y'all having
situation
women's
all the time.
intuition, zodiac signs, all this?
Women's
other-
intuition
all this
comes
shit
after
is-
sexual intercourse. You have that intuition with a certain man after y'all done shared that spiritual bond and all that. No, for real. Like once you have sex with a man and you've been with a person, like you've been with this man for a while, certain feelings that you get about them, yes, and that's when the woman's intuition comes in.
Only after sex.
With
you
bonding,
you done lost.
bonding, period. And sex, yes, is a part of that bonding. But bonding with somebody for a certain amount of time, yes, you're gonna get a woman's intuition with that person.
So, yo, this woman.
So what about the zodiac? Because y'all always, what's your zodiac? Oh, I can't. We not compatible. Y'all love
heavy on
zodiac.
that.
You look like she heavy on that.
I'm
too.
heavy
Oh, you
on
heavy?
that.
I'm not heavy on it. I'm not heavy on that. I'm not heavy.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Now that you say that,
What?
right?
Please. What?
First of all, you got any kids? Okay, all right. So how many toxic relationships you been in?
How many
Yeah.
that I really can truly consider toxic?
Mm-hmm. That
Like
many?
eight.
What
She
the
like
fuck?
8,
Like,
9, 10.
No, like
11,
two,
like-
Carry the one.
like 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Okay.
So clearly the zodiac shit ain't working for you. I ain't gonna hold you. Because if you picking niggas off their zodiac, and you
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I started getting into zodiac as I became an adult, like in my you know.
I ain't gonna hold you. That
I'm not
shit.
telling my age, it's zodiac.
I'm gonna keep it real with you though. That shit is a waste of time.
Yeah, I ain't
a
gonna
big waste of time.
It's a waste of time to y'all. Why?
Because y'all be saying you'll look at me and I'll tell you a few details about me and then you be like, you're a Capricorn, and I'm like, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't say. I ask first. Once you start.
And then I look. Oh, you look like a Capricorn.
I don't.
That's exactly how I work.
That, no.
Yo, you know how many times I caught women in the lie, like they say, oh, what's your zodiac sign? I'd be like, Cancer. And then, oh yeah, you give me Cancer. I'm not a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and then I tell them, oh yeah, you do give me that too. I'm like, yeah.
I think people be using that to justify themselves too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I did that because I'm a Cancer. No, you did it because you an asshole.
That is true. I'm toxic. It's the Aquarius.
Yeah,
in
so
me
you
or
ain't
some
never
shit
got to
like
change.
And you know what sign
Aquarius.
could be an asshole?
What?
All of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean, bro? What you mean?
I don't think it's about that. I think it's about certain traits that you notice that.
I think you can find compatibility with anybody that you meet. You hear what I'm saying? We all similar in some ways and we all different in some ways. And it's about finding the right person. I don't think you need to find people like, I'm waiting for the person that's just like me. No, I don't think that's not for me. That could be for somebody else. But I want to find somebody that's a yin to my yang. You know what I'm saying? So that we fit together like a puzzle.
That's a fact.
So when it comes to dudes that's toxic, like we was talking about before,
Yeah.
y'all really be oblivious to the toxicity
Hell
until the
no.
nigga cheat.
You believe that if you ever want.
It don't
Like,
be
I
till-
know,
it
that's-
don't be
yeah, I call
until
it.
the nigga cheat. It could be other things that could be toxic. It could be manipulation. It could be, it could be a lot of things other than just cheating. Like,
I don't be
You
understanding
gotta
how
remember,
niggas
niggas
be
be young
having a
and
whole
dumb
family
too
and wives.
sometimes. Like, we just be trying to like explore. When you first, like, usually your first toxic relationship or like the wasted years, your prime, whatever, is when. Cause, all right, for me, I feel like my first real relationship, I wasted 5 years of my life with somebody and it was super toxic. But I didn't know I was gonna be in a toxic relationship, and I don't feel like I'm damaged goods because I let somebody waste 5 years of my life. I learned a
You have
lesson.
kids?
No, I have a dog, but
You would have said a cat, I would have been like, damn. Like, I'm saying, but like,
I don't believe it's a waste. I feel like you learn from every situation.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like, I feel like some people get comfortable with that same situation. So you get out of a situation where somebody could have been wrong for you, a man or a woman. They could have been wrong for you. And then you're so comfortable with it, you find a next person that was just like the motherfucker you
no,
just
but that's
left.
all right. No, that's stupid. That's
You
And
get what I'm
when
saying?
you
maybe
figured
that
out
does
that
happen sometimes.
It does happen.
when you
but
figured out that he was toxic, why didn't you leave? How long did it take to figure that out?
It took 5 years. I was young.
But what year did you figure out he was toxic though?
Like year 1, year 2, year 3.
No, it was like year 3. Yeah,
So
it
you
was
stayed
like-
extra
Yeah, so
2
you
years.
stayed 2
Like,
years.
I like this.
I was
Yeah.
trying to. No, I was young. I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I think when people say this is because, women usually tend to go for the toxic men. Then they do have these traumas that come with those relationships, and now they have that judgment on all men. Now all men ain't shit. Y'all heard women say, "Yo, niggas ain't shit," because they dealt with maybe 1 or 2 niggas that wasn't shit, and now all men ain't shit. So now the guys that have worked something, that made something of their lives, now they have to come in with you having all this trauma about niggas ain't shit. I know you gonna cheat on me, this, that, and the third. You might have kids, so now that's another responsibility that I have to take on that I had no control over. So I think that's where it becomes like, all right, well, I worked as a man. I worked so hard in my life to try to find me a compatible woman, and now the woman that I've met is have all this trauma, is toxic, got kids. Like, now it seems like, I'm getting the clearance rack. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's where it starts to come from. Like,
whereas if
I
I
think
would have
it's
met
really
you
unfair.
before this, I mean, you might have been the perfect woman for me. You know what I mean?
I think it's unfair though to like say that because a lot of men come into situations unhealed too.
No, they be
That
capping.
is a fact.
They be
Like,
capping to get on your emotional
right,
side.
so-
No, they be capping to get on your emotional side.
So-
they go, "Oh, I was heartbroken in 8th grade, and she broke my heart." That's just so he can keep you on leash.
Talking about something from the 8th grade.
I got my heart broken in 6th grade, man.
And then they hold on to that until adulthood, and it's like grow up,
Yeah,
like get
let it
over it,
go.
and it is a
No, that's a manipulation tactic.
It is.
That's
It is.
Yeah.
But
but you do know men have their bad experiences with women, like, you know.
yeah, so do women. So
Yeah,
why
that's
is
what
it-
I'm saying, but
why do we become damaged goods? And what are y'all experienced?
Right. What are y'all?
Because,
Facts.
but the difference is
What are y'all considered?
women value older men. Like, as women get older, they tend to lose value. So now that you're older, you're in your 30, 35. Not only do you think all men ain't shit now, you have this toxic mindset. You might have kids, so that's where it becomes damaged goods. I'm not saying men aren't damaged goods, but y'all tend to value older men where older men don't really value older women like that. You know what I mean? We value younger women or women that's in their prime because we are attracted to beauty, fertility. Those are things that men they value.
fertility.
Yeah, for
men
real.
value
That's
that.
why
You know what I'm saying?
cross culturally, from men from 18 to 60 judged at what age women were the most attractive, and it was from 22 to 24. Cross culturally, so that's a
Sound
nationwide.
like Leonardo
that's
DiCaprio.
global,
Word.
that's a global statistic.
Oh, you turned 25?
Yeah, 22 to 24. That's why Leo. It ain't why, but as soon as you turn 25.
25, you
He
out
gets
of
you
I
out
love
the
that
door.
article. I'm like,
But yeah, it
People,
affects.
all races of men.
Yeah, it's global. It was a global experiment. So yeah, it's just one of those things, and it affects us differently because you said it earlier, but I think it affects us differently because women don't really care about a man's body count. They don't care as much because it doesn't affect them as much. Men care about a woman's body count because for paternity reasons. So historically speaking, for all of evolution, when we were becoming human beings, we didn't have DNA tests or paternity tests. So if a woman was sleeping around, you didn't know if you was giving your resources to your child or somebody else's child. So if you were a woman that was sleeping around, you would be an outcast. You would be pretty much left to prostitution if you had a child with the man and you didn't know who was the father because you were sleeping around. So just biologically speaking, men care about how many people you slept with for paternity reasons. So, it's
Let alone
evolutionary.
how many dudes y'all think would take y'all back if he knew you was fucking around on him? Some would, but if you really put it on the scale, how many
Most
dudes
things.
really staying for it?
Yeah, and
I mean, I'm asking y'all.
I think the ones that might stay are the ones that already know they did so much fucked up shit. It's like,
Yeah, even them niggas that did that fucked up shit, they ain't tolerating
Nah,
that
it's a lot of
shit.
niggas that's like that. But I think
And-
some are like, nah, I know I didn't. Some have that. I feel like some would be on that.
If I'm fucking around, I'm damn sure ain't giving you the second chance. You get what I'm saying? Because I already got all these other options. It might sound shicey, but I think it's either the dudes that are really in love and invested or don't want to start over.
yeah.
That type of shit. But like most dudes that do have all these fucking options and you cheating,
Yeah,
nah, I'm the fucking cheater here. You get what I'm saying? Like, not
They
you.
only be one cheater in this relationship. Like,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And there's also another statistic that talks about sexual exclusivity before marriage, where the number of partners a woman has before marriage affects the longevity of her marriage and her happiness in that marriage. So if you marry a virgin or a woman that's only slept with one person, generally speaking, the man she married, you have an 80% chance after 10 years that woman's going to be happy in her marriage. While if she's had only 5 bodies, that decreases to like 25%. So
Lord
I
knows
don't
we
think
don't
people
know.
are honest to women when they, I don't think people are honest with women when they talk to women about sleeping around and the effect that it has on your life or just your ability to
On
pair
the
bond with
man's
other
life,
men.
not on
Yeah.
our life. On being
on y'all lives
by,
too, because a lot of
Yeah.
single mothers out here too. Like, you know what I mean? Because y'all sleeping around so much,
You gotta sleep
unprotected.
around and be a single mother?
Yeah, kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you have to decide to have the baby. You have to have looked at this man and said, not only am I going to sleep with him, but I'm going to carry his baby to term.
And I know he ain't shit. Like,
And
you know
I
what
know
I'm
he
saying?
ain't
Like,
nothing. Yeah, that's
All
why.
gonna be there.
Yeah, that's why when women,
So every woman that is a single mother, you feel like that was the situation?
not all of them. Not all of them, no. Some of them come from marriage, and maybe she got widowed or something. But the vast majority, especially in the African American community, 77% of the kids born in our community are born out of wedlock, meaning no marriage, and that's almost a guaranteed disaster.
Right.
The woman's gonna almost be guaranteed to be in poverty, and so other communities they marry before they carry. That's what gives them such an advantage in life. Because if you marry a man, at the very least, if he leaves you, he's at least financially responsible. You have child support, but it ain't as big of a deal. Like you ain't getting that much money from child support, to keep it honest. But yeah, you want to marry before you carry, and that's a huge problem in our community. We don't promote that. We promote that women can go out and sleep with whoever they want without any repercussions like men do. And that same study was actually done on men, and it had no effect. So a man can literally sleep with 50 women, have no effect on him being happy in his marriage.
Really?
It's because men, I mean, who would be surprised about that? Like, if we're just being honest, let's keep it a buck.
That's a fact.
If we're just being honest, men are different than women. Like, we could tell by let's just be honest. So that's not a surprising thing to me.
Yeah. So let me get into this next topic. Do y'all think feminism has hurt women or helped women?
Why are you laughing?
Damn.
You got something to say.
What y'all think?
I think it hurt the women who want to be like housewives and stay-at-home moms.
What percentage of women do you think want to be just housewives and stay at home?
All of them.
80.
Like,
80%?
nah,
85.
I think like 75%.
I don't know. Yeah.
70.
He said, "What yeah."
With the exception of making like housewives, stay-home moms, exception of having a partner that is financially stable. That's why you're in the house. That's why you're just in the house, like cooking and cleaning and shit.
Also
But
feel like it's
then feminism, and Trey, you could probably correct me on this. Wasn't feminism started because women were tired of being the at-homes wives and they wanted the same rights and responsibilities?
They were tired.
Yeah, it's because they looked at what happened is those women were looking at the men that they admired, and they thought the life of all men was like that man. So they're like, oh, I want to be independent too, because I look at the guys that I like, they all making $100K. Maybe I could do it. Turns out you gonna be making $35K folding pans at the Banana Republic or slanging macchiatos out of Starbucks for some lifeless corporation that'll fire you and hire somebody else as soon as you die.
That's a fact. So y'all saying it hurt women, the women that want to be stay-at-home moms and stuff like that.
For sure.
I could agree a little bit.
Okay, and y'all all three, y'all would prefer to be stay-at-home.
I definitely would.
I feel
Personally.
that.
Yo, you got the giggles over here. Like, what's up? Like, yo.
No, I feel that though. I would too. Shit, if I was a woman.
Can I be a part-time?
Right.
You can
wanna
work
be a
from
part-time
home. You can have like
feminist.
That's most of them anyway.
That's a huge misconception though, because historically speaking, women have always worked, even when we were traditional. Like
They just
there have
wanted to
always
be
been women that have
humane.
contributed to the community. Like
Right.
that's what women do. Women are the fabric for social, for our social structures. Women kind of put together events. They make sure community is all built together, and when women are in the workforce, it has a huge effect on. Really, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. Feminism was a scam. Y'all got scammed. They wanted y'all to go into the workforce because now you don't have to pay people as much because the workforce doubled. Then they get the tax double the people. Now that the women ain't home cooking, you got to go out and buy McDonald's. So it was a corporation technique. And the woman there was a woman that created some propaganda for Cosmopolitan in the 90s, and she admitted it. She came out, by the way, and talked about it. But she was told to lie about data and statistics to promote a more Sex in the City lifestyle to women because it would sell more magazines, essentially. So women are pretty much, they're just draining y'all resources, money, by getting y'all to go out there and work. Just scam.
Ladies and gentlemen, Poor Man Podcast in the building.
Give that man a
Yo,
applause.
give it up for Poor Man Podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you got the facts, man.
Right.
Out here with the real fucking receipts.
Yeah, what y'all think about that?
Oh, you want me,
He gave me that nod. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna call.
feminism, I think it hurt because women these days aren't getting married as much. I mean, they out here working, and it's led to more masculinity in women, which I think is hurting the community as well. So I think I don't really see the positive in feminism, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
There's a lot more depressed women than there was back in the day. Like, there's a lot of women on medication and deleting themselves.
They gotta work now, man.
Yeah.
They gotta pay bills.
There's a lot more, there's a lot more stress on women nowadays.
That rent is due on the first.
That hurt.
That inflation went up.
Word,
man.
that inflation. Yo, come on. Oh, that's you? That's you?
That's why you got the giggles. That's why you got the giggles.
Yo, she over here laughing like she got the Joker toxin. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She like, why they talking about me?
What you think about this, Jill?
I do think there's a lot of selective feminism because, you know what I mean? It's always when it's convenient. When it comes down to, want to get paid more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They cheering and they marching. They in that goddamn line. You know what I'm saying? Roo. But you know what I'm saying? When it's time to put in the physical work, we know men built this shit. And we're not saying that we don't want our woman to work. You get what I'm saying? We're not saying we don't want y'all to do whatever y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? But we want that same energy when it comes to the constructive criticism and not being selective when you are being told about it.
Mm-hmm. And if y'all want equality, get out in these trenches with the men too. Don't just go for the CEO positions. Y'all want the comfortable positions in the office. Y'all don't want to be in the trenches. Y'all don't want to be doing sanitation work. Y'all don't want to do the stuff that actually builds society. But y'all want to be CEOs and tell niggas what to do. Like y'all want to be in them offices. Y'all gotta be out.
Every job with a pizza
party. Y'all want equality. Y'all gotta be out. Y'all gotta be out there in the trenches with us too. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, bro.
I used to be in the trenches, though. Let's never get it twisted. There's some females who actually hustle very hard, and they do be in the trenches, like the real trenches, not the sanitation ones.
What trenches?
The corners. And not with your...
I believe that.
Not the coochie corners. Not the coochie corners. Not the coochie corners.
Okay.
You was on the corner?
Not the coochie
You
corners.
was on the corner?
Not the coochie corners.
But you was on the corner?
Not the coochie corners.
Which corner?
Yo, sometimes even being a mom is being in the trenches.
Exactly. Not the coochie corners.
Being a mom is
sometimes being a mom is being in the trenches. You gotta make sure your kid. Yeah, because I'm saying
hold
it's
on.
hard work.
Wait, none of us are moms.
I just want to know
No,
what
I'm
corner-
saying in general, not
It's
y'all.
a big responsibility,
It's
bro.
a big responsibility.
But what
One of the
hard
most
work.
important jobs in the world.
What corner are you referring to though? Like that's what I mean.
Not the coochie corner.
Not the coochie
Yeah,
corner.
we're gonna keep saying that.
How many times you gonna keep saying
I don't know.
that?
Not the coochie corner,
You gonna say
though.
that 100 times? Like, yeah.
Yeah. not
Where are you
the
trying to
corner.
get at with this, bro?
I just want to know if
I'm gonna
she was
get
on the
a shirt
corner
right
with the
now.
hammer.
Not the
Like,
coochie
I
corner.
don't know.
She was on the.
But they was
selling that
people.
rock,
They
bro,
was
you know what
they
I'm
was females who actually hustled hard as well.
That's a
Just as
fact.
hard, and it's
Heard
men. So
saying?
not the coochie corner though.
I don't know. Every time
Coochie corner.
every time I drive past the construction site,
It look-
the women, they got the women flaggers, but I don't see them women up there on them high beams and shit like that.
I've
you know
seen
what I
very few. I've seen they're really.
Oh, you seen them?
Yeah, I've seen.
mean? And they're not flagging. They really out there working. Like,
It happens.
So why is that?
happens.
Is it because women don't want to do the job or they won't get hired?
They won't. They don't want to do the
They
job.
don't want to do it.
women don't want. Women don't want to do no dangerous
and more
jobs.
No, it's
egalitarian.
not because
Yeah, like in more
I don't do that.
in more egalitarian societies like Denmark, where there's more quote unquote equality according to some metric or scale that they use to determine that. The women they're more polarized. The women go more towards social jobs like being a nurse or jobs that have to deal with
Social worker,
people,
teacher.
while men go into jobs that have to deal with things because those are just the things we're
you don't
interested
feel
in.
like you
Biologically.
guys were talking about construction, right? You don't feel like those jobs, like the people who are in charge of hiring and whatever, or even the construction company, they don't feel like
You know
the
what?
men should have this.
No,
position.
it's because
this is a man's job.
sometimes you guys are
You're not
not
gonna hire
capable of physically doing stuff that men do.
I was about to say
And that's the reality of it. We don't want to put you at harms, even though you want to try. You gotta try that shit on your own and get your practice on. You ain't out here lifting 2x4s. That's just not something y'all could do. You get them lifting buildings.
There's some niggas who can't do that either. And they still
And them niggas ain't there trying to do it. Women want to try to say, let there be war. They ass is like, yo, send my ass back home.
Yeah, everybody in the kitchen when it's war. When it's war time.
Feminism go out the window. when it's
Everybody want
wartime.
equality until we talk about the draft.
Mad girls in the military. What?
Yeah, but when
92% of the military is men. And 95% of all military deaths. And outside,
Can you go?
and we needed that.
I come with it. Because people be capping. People be saying, like,
What's it-
talking
what's your
about the
name?
small minority. What did you say?
What's your name again?
Trey.
Right.
But they be talking about the small minority trying to bring it up. Like, yeah, I see construction. 86% of
Yo.
construction is men.
Yo, you know when you see ladies, and look, I'm not trying to show you. All I see is y'all taking fucking Instagram photos in y'all
Oh,
outfits.
my
I don't
God.
see y'all out there doing them push. Y'all just trying to look cute. Yo, please, next topic. Next topic. I'm sorry.
That's a whole other.
Yo, because
Damn, stop playing, yo.
I see y'all, and I see y'all just
Yeah,
want to
we
show
gonna
that
look,
body.
Yeah, we gonna look.
Yo, shout out to the women that be in the trenches, man. There ain't a lot of y'all, but shout out to the
Word. Shout out to
three of y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All three of y'all.
And not the coochie corner.
Not the-
Not the coochie corner.
but shout out to the women on the
Period.
coochie corners too.
Yo, speaking
No,
of
for real though.
Yo,
No, for real though.
Speaking of coochie corners, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, should sex work be legalized?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, we speak about coochie corners. Okay.
Now we're on the topic of coochie corners.
Should it be legalized? I think it should. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, some women, that's the only way they know how to make money.
They say
This ain't the 1960s.
They
like,
say
you know
that's
what I'm saying? Like,
the
yo.
oldest occupation in the world.
I
Right.
can agree to disagree only because like we have the internet now and like you can make money selling toes. Like I ain't gonna lie, the other day somebody
But that's kind of
somebody asked me
considered.
to send a picture of my feet. I was like,
How much he asked? How much you was sending?
I sent one picture.
No, but how much?
No,
you
wait,
Oh, I was like, send me 2K. He was like, for 2K, I want to suck them toes. I was like, hold on, send me like 200 or something. He was like, all right, bet. I'm like,
So you
okay.
want to let that nigga suck your toe for
For
2?
2K?
I was like, what?
For 2K?
Nigga.
A little toe?
A little pinky toe?
A little pinky toe?
Nah. So,
Nigga got the whole foot in his mouth.
I just feel like
My foot.
Just over 2K, you can swallow the foot.
Shit, say that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
y'all stupid.
So y'all saying it should be legal?
Yeah,
It should be.
it should.
Okay.
I mean, they gonna do it anyway. Like,
Right. Might as well legalize it. And it be the people who saying it's illegal that be buying it. So
That's a fact.
I'm not a weed smoker, but a lot of people that smoke weed always tell me, like, now that weed is legalized, that shit ain't hitting no more. So imagine, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, y'all don't. Look,
I see what you. I see what you.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's
It's
the
just like
same.
it's not just the put.
It's that thrill of it being illegal.
Yeah,
Like, you know
and-
what I'm saying?
And I'm not talking shit about you, Uncle Sam, but y'all want him to start taking PC of your pussy? Like, it's not worth it.
But no, but
You
keep
get
it
what I'm
buck.
saying?
That's the only time it's legal.
wait, but
Yeah,
it's certain
That's what I be
states.
trying to talk.
They getting bread over there.
It's financial, bro. If these people ain't making no money
In
off
certain
that.
states,
The
though.
only reason why it's illegal is because they know
They're
they
not
can't
getting
make money
money
off the
from it.
transactions.
Yeah.
Because when they can, OnlyFans, when it comes to porn, oh yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
You could do it as long as it's recorded.
The government's the new pimp. Like,
Because Uncle Sam still does take money out of the sex workers' pockets. Like
Exactly.
the strippers, they file taxes.
Yeah,
That's why it's legal.
That's why it's
Yeah,
legal.
that's why
That's what I'm
it
saying.
shouldn't be legal, so you could keep your own cut. He ain't got to worry about that. And now they watching
it's
your cash
a job.
app. Oh, that
They
nigga sent
pay
you
taxes,
50. What
they
you
can
did?
go buy houses and stuff too.
Nah, they even facts.
yeah.
So you think it shouldn't be legal then?
I don't think it should. The pleasure, the
But hey.
thrill, and then you get to keep all
When
the
you
bread.
when you get locked up and charged,
Imagine
you
me.
get a sex offender charge for that. I think.
I believe so.
That's,
But I mean,
that's fucked up. Man.
why would I want
Wait, for
to?
prostitution, you get a sex offender charge?
If you get caught, I think so. Yeah.
The person
Really?
that's buying.
Yeah, the person that buy. Yeah, the person that's buying.
Oh, the
Hey,
person
yeah.
that's buying or the
OD
person?
crazy.
That's
The person
crazy.
that's
Only
selling,
the
they
person
don't-
that's buying?
only the person that's buying. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's some
crazy.
weird.
What
gonna
about
say-
the person that's selling?
Nah,
I'm just
they,
asking.
They get a.
I gotta make sure I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They get a prostitution charge. That's what they get.
I think I'm for like women being able to do whatever they want with their bodies, right? But we see what's happening when sex becomes mainstream, right? We see more women actively choosing the entertainment life and the nightlife, you know what I mean? And instead of going to, getting a traditional job, you know what I mean? Like, we're seeing high rates of the STDs is going up. We're seeing a high number of younger women even contemplate. You got women coming out of high school talking about, am I going to go to OnlyFans or am I going to, like, that's the
I
lead
blame
to them.
the
Like, you know what I'm
internet.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
Internet for
you
that.
have to.
Because
It's a
it's
day
being-
and age. That
yeah,
way.
but that's what I'm saying,
They-
because sex is being much more promoted in the last 20 or so years. You have women contemplating this stuff at an earlier age now.
Yeah.
That's
And even
true.
in the countries that do have, that have legalized prostitution, you have higher rates of sex trafficking. Like, it's higher rates of depression in women in those countries. Like, you know what I mean? So there's going to be some.
That's
It's
because
never.
they doing it against their will, though.
I mean, that's true. You know what I mean? But people, because it's legal, unfortunately, those type of crimes will happen because people want to profit.
They'll
off
be
it. Like, you
looked
get what I'm
over. I
saying?
get
So
what you're saying. Yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying that we condone that or whatever the case, but we got to look at the stats. So you get what I'm saying? So it's going to be a tricky situation for them to figure out, and I don't know because, like I said, because sex is so mainstream, I don't know if I have a daughter, she go outside and there's a whole prostitution billboard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I would want my daughter to see that.
Look how much money she making.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So that's my only issue with the whole concept of legalizing it. Like, you know what I mean? But
I mean, they're gonna see it regardless, especially with the internet. Like the internet is
it's
out there. Like
unavoidable.
The
they're
difference today, like
today's
the kids today have so much access to the internet.
Yeah.
Before we didn't have face, we didn't have all this other extra shit that we got right now.
That's a
TikTok
fact.
and this and that, and now I'm walking down the street and see and kids.
I was just
have
talking to my
phones that are
bro
like 10
about
years old, like-
watching porn when he was younger, and you had to wait till that shit buffer.
Yeah.
Like an hour just so you can watch the video, bro. This
in
shit
fact,
was
You
crazy.
get
that shit load up
DVDs.
immediately now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, BT
Right,
Uncut?
right. You know, wait for BC and cut.
At some point,
Oh,
though,
is
we're
it
going to have to hold the
1078?
parents accountable.
black box?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was 63.
Yeah, to press the red button.
it's but so much blaming the internet we could do. Like, I think sometimes it is partially that, but we got to blame the parents when it comes to allowing it. I know kids going to do whatever because you know, we going to find a way. But if you got strict parents at home, that shit is guided down. You get what I'm saying?
What
Like,
happens when you go to school? What happens when
That's,
go
but you talk about a
outside?
two-family
Bro,
household.
What happens
The
when you go
problem- the
outside?
problem is now with
Your
the
kids
internet-
can't
Oh, my bad,
Be
go
with you
ahead.
every step of the way. When you go outside,
Exactly.
When you go outside,
Fact.
when you go to school, when you go to the park, like
Yeah,
that's what
sure.
kids are really exposed to.
And-
You can do whatever you want to do in the house.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem is the internet has made it so that the social influence is bigger than your parental, your parental
It's true.
influence.
Yeah.
And
So you spending more time on social media than you are listening to your parents, and it gets to the point, especially for young women, where you don't really even care what your parents think anyway. It's more about what the people in your age group care about. So
it's true.
and kids are more internet literate than most adults in these times.
Like,
now.
like right
Nowadays.
now, today, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
going
can put on a parental control, and they know how to hack that shit.
VPNs,
Yeah,
all
I mean,
that,
like,
they up.
Oh yeah, go ahead, put that on, mom. Like as soon as you leave, that shit off. Like,
True.
All right, so let me get into this next topic. This one's a little bit more lighthearted because that one's kind of serious. But it says, what is the craziest thing or the most trifling thing you ever done in a relationship? And Connie,
Why the fuck y'all looking at me?
I'm looking at you. I'm gonna tell you why I'm looking at you.
It's the
'Cause I was listening to a song you had.
Oh my god.
Song is called Hood Celebrity. Go check that out, man.
hey,
In the song, you said, "Fuck on his friend. I ain't doing no chit chat." So I'm just confused as to who is this friend that you fucking on, and is that karma? Like, what was the scenario of that situation? Like,
yo, but
That was a song.
did it come from? It didn't
was not-
inspire.
it was
Okay,
not-
all right, okay. But you thinking about
Based on
somebody
a true
like
story.
Inspired. It wasn't
Okay.
inspired. It wasn't inspired.
she said she ain't doing no chit chat, but it's in the song.
I'll just be saying shit that I know some of the toxic girls like to hear. So I have a song called "Fuck That Nigga," and then the hook is like, "That's why I fuck that nigga," and some girl in the background singing like, "That's why I fuck that," like that. Dramatic. And I didn't really, and I wrote it to get my ex upset, but I didn't really fuck anybody around that time. So I just be.
So you had him thinking that that nigga was fat. Like I knew.
I'll be doing shit to make niggas feel like, you know, I hate this bitch, or I'll just be. Like now today, I'll say a lot of toxic shit that I feel like some of the toxic girls want to hear. But I did not fuck nobody's friend. No.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to if that was your crazy story. So do you have a crazy? What's the craziest thing you did, or the most trifling thing you did in a relationship? She's like, damn, should I say it? Like I don't know.
I think I want to say the most trifling thing I did, or craziest thing I did. Can I give that 2 cents?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Not y'all ready to get this fucking tea.
Spill it.
Nah, I mean, for crazy, I want to say, so the guy I was dating at the time, he was kind of like he said he was going out with his friends, and he was kind of like egging my calls or whatever. So I was like, it got really late. He stopped like responding through text and everything. So it's this app called Spoof on Apple. And what you can do is you can put someone, as long as the number is saved in their phone, you can make someone else's number pop up on their screen. So like, let's just say,
Like
it's called Spoof. It's like
That's crazy.
it's free, but you gotta pay for the minutes. Like you get like 10 minutes for like
So you can send a custom text message and
not a text but a call.
okay.
So like if his number is in your phone and I call you on the spoof, and I put his number, it's gonna pop up as him.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
So
crazy.
I used it with my friends before, whatever, it worked.
You tested it out, like
I tested it out and the nigga answered the phone, but I put his mom's number and he answered the phone. I'm like, hello. I'm like, why the fuck did I answer the phone? Nigga, gonna play with you. He looking at the phone like, you with my mom? I'm like, no, nigga, where you at? He like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah.
Yo, that's
So
crazy.
that was the craziest thing I ever did because I was like, nah, I need to see what's going on. Yes, it's a real app. Look it up, Spoof. They need to give me a little sponsor because yes, I'm promoting.
That's a
that.
fact, right?
Yeah.
Them shit's
It
about to
works.
go. Them downloads about
I'm
to go
dead ass.
crazy.
It
Like,
works.
like,
Put anybody number there as long as it's saved in their phone. It's
That's
gonna come
crazy.
up as their number.
Yo, she gave y'all a crazy promo spoof. You holla at both.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
And she did it on this show, so holler at us too.
So what's the you said that was the crazy or trifling?
That was
That was
I think that
crazy.
was
All right,
crazy.
so what's the trifling?
Trifling. Trifling. I don't know. I'm really a good girl when I'm don't why y'all laughing?
You say you had 2 scenarios.
I did. I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm just saying.
All right.
First of all, you just put that.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. You know, like
Stop.
it's giving toxic.
Stop. So like,
The anticipation is crazy.
Can
Like,
you
I'm saying.
turn the mic to you real quick?
why?
We just want to make sure the audience,
just wanna make sure
everybody
we
can hear
get
you.
All
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
I think the most trifling thing I did was
Man, that shit hard.
I just don't.
Don't interrupt.
One of my exes, whatever. We were like, like he did some funny shit to me or whatever. He did a lot of funny shit to me actually, and I didn't know no other way to hurt him. You know, the biggest way to hurt a man ego is to say things like, your dick is little, And I made a song and I said it in the song. And
Did you drop his name in it?
I didn't drop the name, but I dropped the location. I dropped where he was from, and I dropped
Oh, you doxed him.
so it was like,
Information out.
yeah. Then I had all my bitches in the video like dancing in the song.
Crazy.
And like, so the people that knew that I already had like kind of share information with, like my close friends, they were just like, yeah, this the one, yeah. So yeah, I feel like and then he's an artist too, so he was just like,
Damn, Lil Dick Man, if you watching this, she talking about you, my boy.
Yo, niggas, man, is coming like, yo, she talking about you.
don't do that.
So what about y'all? What's y'all crazy and trifling scenario?
The most trifling thing I've ever done.
Yeah, bring that mic closer, man.
Thank you, Connie.
The most trifling thing I've ever done was one of my exes cheated on. I was really young. I was like maybe like 20. Yeah, I was like 20 years old, right? And my ex cheated on me with a lady who was like 40. So I fucked his friend. We lived on the 6th floor, so I fucked his friend on the roof above his room
Bruh, man.
while he was in the room.
Why he was in the room?
He didn't see me. I was on the roof above him.
Oh, okay.
He was there.
He was in the house. I left the house. I was staying there. I left the house, went to the roof with his friends, did what I did, and then came back inside the house and was hanging out with him.
So how did you set it up with the friend though? Like,
There's always a friend who always wants you. There's always a friend.
That's a fucking fact. I'm not gonna get into that, but that's a fact.
And the minute that you give them the like,
the green light is green light.
it's a green light.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Fellas, y'all not,
That's
fellas, y'all
crazy.
not holding it down. What's up? Like, that's supposed to
I
be.
don't know who I'm
They're
mad
not
at
holding
more.
it down.
That's
They're not.
crazy.
Yeah, nah.
and he ever found out?
Was it like his
Now.
man's or somebody who was just cool with that?
Oh, now he found out.
You don't know exactly
bro.
what the fuck
Yeah,
going
bro.
on. But
He's struck.
So you know exactly what she was doing on that roof, man. But all right.
But like
She
you
wasn't
said,
being Catwoman.
like
nigga.
you said, was that really his man's or that was just somebody he was cool? He
no,
knew.
they were gang members. So
Oh my God.
that was his
Gang me.
brother.
So you was dating this dude thinking,
I was with the person for a long. I was with.
and
the
he was
person
in a
for long
gang, and you thought we just gonna sail into the sunset. Let's just keep it a
Young.
buck.
I was young. I didn't know he was in a gang until after like a year of me being in him. No, for real. I met the person in Job Corps. I went to Job Corps, whatever.
He had no flag hanging out his back pocket. Like.
No, he didn't. No, in Job Corps, you're not allowed to.
Oh, yeah, facts.
You're not allowed to have that gang stuff. So I didn't know until after like really getting to know him, like actually sitting down and talking to the man, because I didn't meet him, and he was young. I was doing what I wanted to do.
Okay.
That's what I be talking about. Those are the signs I'd be like, so you telling me women don't?
I was
signs?
young. I didn't know the signs. I didn't know what to be aware of.
Yeah.
As you get older and you start to realize, okay, this is what I've went through. This is what I had. I know that I don't want this anymore. So you start to see the signs that you didn't see before.
Do you think that you just thought you was gonna be special?
No,
oftentimes
I
that's
didn't.
what I like. That's
no,
what
I
gathered.
didn't. I didn't. I just thought he was cute.
So he wasn't calling chocolate chip cookies chocolate.
Yo, what?
What?
What? What he said?
Nigga veneers almost popped out saying that.
I couldn't get it out, bro.
Yo,
We was like, what he just said?
Chocolate big cookies.
Oh no, he wasn't a blood. He wasn't a blood. He was he wasn't even a blood member. He wasn't even a blood member.
Oh,
he was
the other one?
no, he was a Latin king.
Oh, okay. I don't know they shit.
And I ain't joking on them.
Yeah, I ain't joking about this.
So like, so after you did that, how did you feel? Like,
Great.
Did you
I
thought
felt
you
so
won?
empowered.
You thought you won for real?
I won. I did win.
You won?
You got.
I did win.
You just,
I'm telling you, until they was doing the kid and play down the stairs, like I got it too. Hey, my nigga.
That's an extra body on the
I
knock.
actually
Like,
broke up
that ain't
that
no win.
friendship. I broke up that
You
friendship.
know when Jay-Z
Hello,
and Kanye
friend.
like, oh yeah, hit the same one. Me too.
No, I broke up that friendship, and
Oh,
I
yeah?
watched that friendship fall apart in front of my eyes.
City Girls up
That's,
20.
that's toxic right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Let's
you
get
let
to
a man
Miss Giggles over
bond,
here.
break up a relationship.
Yeah, bring the mic.
My sister ready to tell her testimony.
I've been waiting on a show for this.
I plead the fifth.
Wow.
The craziest thing,
Yeah, what I did.
I'm not asking you. How you asking me what you did?
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
I don't know nothing.
Not the most trifling, just crazy, I guess.
Yeah, say something that's crazy.
Something else is crazy.
I know you broke a nigga car window. That's good. So it's the real crazy shit.
Or pop some tires.
No, I never did. No, I never did that to nobody's car. Actually,
She said she broke the house window.
no.
So you ain't got nothing to
I
say.
don't got
You
nothing
never
to
did
say.
no crazy shit to no niggas and your
Yup.
shit's friend.
You ain't do no trifling shit.
Nope.
Is she?
Yo, my boy, if you know what she did, pull up to the show and let us know.
Somebody
Tell us what she did, bro. Tell us what she did.
Nigga said, yo, y'all need the
You got a
exclusive.
testimony.
Yo, real quick,
Testimony.
before we get up out of here, I do want to ask Connie this question real quick. On the last episode we had, that's coming out on Monday, but we talked about colorism, right? And I know I listen to your music, you a dope artist, and I feel like there's other talented black women out there that don't get the just due, but right now we've seen a rise of, Ice Spice, and a lot of people are saying, she's not really talented, it's just because she may be light-skinned and she got a pretty face or whatever the case is. So have you, what are your thoughts on that situation, and do you feel like you experience colorism within the hip-hop industry?
I'll start by saying that Ice Spice is a dope artist. She's new. You could tell if you do your research, you could tell she's just, she's new. There's room for improvement for everyone that's saying all the negative things. A little artist development might not hurt, a little, whatever. Everybody is a trial and error thing, and just, when I first came out, I wasn't like the best artist either. Like I didn't have stage presence, I have all this other stuff too. Colorism. I think because society already kind of puts a certain type of girl, a rap girl, on the pedestals. Like if you think about it, like back in the days, like all we really had at one point, the people make sure they like kind of like worship, or even with guys, like think about it, like in school, everybody always wanted the light skinned girl with the nice hair, or the light skinned girl with the, So I feel like everybody already just like kind of like embedded in our like, this is the chosen type of female, this is the chosen type of the prototype, like so. I feel like, as far as me, I mean, if I experienced that, I haven't had anyone tell me I haven't felt like it was that with me, but I saw comments like in my own shit, like, oh, if she was light skinned, she would have been out of here already. If she was like, I've seen little things like that. It don't bother me, but it just, I just do my own thing. I don't really care. But people saying about Ice Spice, I feel like it's because people are already like, they already put those type of girls on a pedestal. So it's like the girls that have the look already. Sometimes a lot of them don't even really have the talent, in my opinion. I'm not speaking about her, but saying in general, like some girls, I feel like, So
I mean,
Got you. Well, I just want to say, yo, you are a phenomenal artist. Like, you're very beautiful.
That's right.
And yo, make sure y'all go. Yeah, make sure y'all go check out and real quick let them know where they can follow y'all at because we about to get up out of here. I like how I did that, right? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. ConnieDiiamond, everybody. 2 I's and a diamond. _ ConnieDiiamond on Instagram. It's the only place that has underscore. Everywhere else is a straight ConnieDiiamond. Make sure you put 2 I's and a diamond. Got some heat dropping soon. Thank you guys for having me and my friends.
Right.
And yeah, let's get into it.
Hashtag bars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm Cuban Kitty. It's at Cuban Kitty, Cuban with a K, .kitty.
On the roof.
Nigga sound like the nigga from a Wild 'N Out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
But yeah, at Cuban Kitty. That's it.
You?
All right, Miss Giggles.
Oh, prima donna mama.
Miss Plead the Fifth.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Miss Giggles.
All the time.
And we can't forget, you know what I mean, Poor Man Podcast.
Poor Man's
man.
Podcast on YouTube. Y'all can look me
Yeah,
up.
y'all know what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely gonna look you up.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna look you
Right.
up, Mr. Trey.
This is a little bit of stats. This is level 1. We ain't see him at level 3.
I feel like we on level 10 with his ass.
Word. Yo,
Yeah,
real talk, yo, shout out to him for pulling up all the way from Dallas, man. Yo, we really appreciate you popping out, man.
Yes,
We
sir.
thank y'all for coming. I mean, it's been
Thank you for having us.
And yo, get the merch, man. Dailyrapupcrew. Y'all see why Eli, man. Y'all see Jew. Yo.
That's cute.
And make sure y'all listen to us on all podcast platforms. We'll be dropping the episodes early on Tuesday before it drop on Friday.
I mean, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. You
Apple
heard me?
Podcast, but you know, same thing. Like,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And we out of here. Appreciate
Yay,
y'all.
bye.
Bye.
Gang.